The man poured the liquid from his bottle into the gas tank. To his surprise, the empty machine roared back to life. 3 days earlier while shopping, he suddenly needed to relieve himself. Unable to wait, he found a spot by the roadside. Strangely, when his urine made contact with the stove, the flames flared up alarmed. He rushed to the hospital for a checkup. The doctor conducted tests and made an astonishing discovery. His urine was 99% fuel. Before he could process this information, 2 researchers arrived and took him to a lab. During the journey, he asked them questions, but they remained silent, sensing something was off. He pretended to need a restroom break. Just then, one of the researchers accidentally dropped a lighter. While they scrambled to put out the fire, the man seized the moment and escaped after running all night. Exhaustion took over and he collapsed on the roadside. By morning, he woke up to find himself in a village, rescued by kind locals. They provided food to help him regain his strength. Feeling grateful, he followed them around the village. The villagers pointed to a barren field, explaining that it used to be a wheat farm, but due to soaring fuel prices, they could no longer afford to maintain it. Hearing this, an idea struck him. He grabbed a bottle and rushed into the forest. Under the villagers' curious gazes, he poured his urine into an idle machine's gas tank. Amazingly, the engine roared to life. Word spread quickly, and the villagers gave him a special workspace. They even assigned him a skilled assistant. Every day, he drank large amounts of water and jumped around to produce fuel. His body miraculously generated barrels of oil, about 100 liters per day, thanks to his unusual ability. The village's farmland was restored. Proud of his contribution, he felt a deep sense of accomplishment. One day, the village chief approached him, asking if he could increase production. Not wanting to let the villagers down, he agreed to try his best. But that evening, as he was drinking water, the light suddenly flickered out. With so much oil being produced, how could they be short on power? Suspicious, he went to investigate a warehouse. Inside, he found stacks of oil barrels labeled for export. It turned out that the village chief had been secretly selling the oil. At high prices, furious, he confronted the chief for answers. In response, the chief had him locked in a room. Just as he was struggling to hold back his urge to relieve himself, his assistant arrived. She secretly unlocked the door, and together they fled to an abandoned warehouse. The next morning, government officials and the village chief arrived at the site. As both sides argued over control, the man picked up a burning stick, but unexpectedly his ability vanished. Seeing he was no longer useful, they lost interest in him. Life returned to normal, and he married his assistant soon. They welcomed a beautiful child into their family. One day, as his wife was changing their baby's diaper, she discovered their son's urine had turned into diamonds.